apparently normal for the death of a prisoner, the procedures that were followed after Epstein's passing were not exactly what you would want if you were going to be collecting evidence to try to assess whether there was, for example, any foul play. An investigation by CBS showed lots of things that even I, as someone who has no background in crime scene investigation, could see were problematic. For one thing, the body had been found at around 6:30 in the morning, and FBI agents did not arrive until after 1:30 in the afternoon. In the interim, apparently many things had been moved, including the body, which meant they weren't able to assess the time of death. In addition, according to experts, the way they photographed the scene was not standard. So they should start out from a wider view and then narrow in on different aspects of the scene. There should be evidence markers. Again, anyone who's watched one of these procedural TV shows would know this, but they didn't do any of that. Things like his sleep apnea mask, his medications, and a piece of fabric were photographed in different locations, just even within a 90-minute period. Some of the items that were photographed weren't even photographed inside his cell. One expert said, "How do you keep track once you get this stuff back to the crime lab? This is essentially useless. How did the cell come to be in this condition?" It's not even clear that any tests were done on DNA or fingerprints or anything like that. It took them apparently 2 years to interview the 2 key correctional officers who were on duty that night. And there was a third staffer who was on scene shortly after the body was found who they never talked to. They only talked to 3 of the inmates on the tier of his cell. They apparently also didn't interview almost any of the visitors who came to see him in the days leading up to this. There are a lot of other strange details. For example, because he had previously apparently made an attempt to take his own life, Epstein was supposed to be in a cell with a cellmate. His cellmate had been moved the day before and had not been replaced by anyone else. He had somehow made special arrangements for a phone call that he wasn't supposed to have. He said he was calling his mom, but his mom was no longer alive, and it was a man who picked up the phone, and we don't really know what happened or what that was about. There are some inconsistencies with the video that was released, suggesting that it was a screen recording of a video, not a direct download from the video recording system. There's varying amounts of time noted as being missing, not just that 1 minute that Pam Bondi said was due to the machine resetting at midnight every day, which doesn't seem to be like a real thing. Due to restricted camera angles, it's also not clear whether other people had accessed his cell that night. I don't know how this man died, but it seems clear the investigation was suboptimal.